What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. And then there was one as Taylor Townsend loses to Bianca Andreescu. 6-1, 4-6, 6-2 in the fourth round of the U.S. Open. This was a schizophrenic matchup between these two. Very up and down play as Bianca got off to a fast start. She jumped out and won the first set 6-1 as she played a beautiful game as she seemed like she was well schooled in Taylor Townsend's serve and volley game as she was able to hit a lot of winners as she came to the net, and she hit a lot of shots toward Taylor Townsend's feet, and she pretty much discouraged Taylor Townsend from going to the net as Taylor Townsend had to make adjustment going to the second set, which paid off for Taylor as she was hit a lot of baseline winners with a forehand and still occasionally came in, but wasn't so predictable coming in on pretty much every shot off her serve. So she was able to make that adjustment. Bianca really struggled with her first serve and really struggled with her second serve too. So she gave away a lot of points on unforced errors off her serve, and that adjustment that Taylor made, playing more on the baseline, was able to get her to win the second set 6-4. But when they got back to the third set, Bianca finally got her service game corrected. Her serve corrected as she was able to get a high percentage of her first serve over, and she was able to dictate points, and she was able to hit a lot of winners. And while that was going on, Taylor Townsend was really struggling with her service game. She couldn't. Her first service percentage was real low. She was constantly in her second serve, and Bianca was able to jump all over that and dictate the points and get a lot of winners off her forehand. So that was the story of this matchup. You know, Bianca played a great game, and when she didn't have any problems with her serve, she pretty much won the first and third sets going away 6-1 and 6-2. And even though she struggled in that third set, she still had chances to win. But give Taylor Townsend credit for making an adjustment. Not just relying on that serve and volley game. Started hitting some winners with a forehand. Got a little more consistent with the first serve. Ran down a lot of balls. Made Bianca hit a lot of extra shots. And she ended up getting a lot of winners out there and a lot of errors on Bianca's side. So it was a good matchup. Just a schizophrenic matchup between these two. Up and down, up and down. A lot of uneven play by both players, but Bianca was just a little bit more consistent, especially more consistent on the big points, and showed why she was the favorite going into this match. It was a good matchup. Bianca moves on to the quarterfinals. On her side of the draw is wide open. She has a very good chance to get to the U.S. Open Finals because she's on the opposite side of Serena Williams and Spencer Lena, and the people on that side is a very tough side. That's the opposite side, so she has a good chance to come out of there. She's actually the favorite to come out of her side of the draw and get to the finals. We'll see how it plays out. She's been real consistent. This is her first major, I believe. She's played very well this summer, and that's why she got a pretty good seed at the U.S. Open, a 15 seed. So she's 19 years old and got a real bright future representing Canada well as Canada has came on the scene the last 5 to 6 years. They've developed some good players coming out of Canada, and she's going to be continuing that trend as she's played very well at the U.S. Open. So we'll see how it plays out. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.